Hookup on KFOR.
Good morning, Lincoln, Nebraska. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the morning hookup. Bill, Elijah Herbal. Happy game day, week 16. What a beautiful morning it is outside. Hope your morning's off to a great start. Oh boy. Can you feel it? The anticipation growing. Maybe the anxiety growing. Last minute prep before Houston becomes alive tonight at 6:30 Nebraska, Iowa. We'll spend a lot of time talking about that today. Also, happy opening day, everybody. Opening day baseball. There was a game last night, kind of. Wasn't really a game. It was a game. A lot of Barry Bonds talk. Yuck.
One of the worst baseball broadcasts I've had the displeasure of watching.
What was he trying to make a point of last night? He just was, I don't even get it. It's okay.
That was a baseball broadcast for folks who like the Savannah Bananas and not the MLB.
Yes.
Hey, let's distract you with all this other stuff while there's a baseball game going on. That's what it felt like.
It was. Aaron Judge got off to a hell of an MVP start. He had 4 strikeouts. I mean, Woo. He worked hard in the offseason. We'll get into opening day. I know it's only one game. We'll get into opening day a little bit. Also, hour number 2, double time, boots on the ground, live from Houston. The Mac, the legend, Henry T. Buchanan will join the show, hanging out with us. We'll give score predictions. We'll do a lot of stuff today, all focused on the Sweet 16. Yes, you can see if you're hanging out with us, I am dressed for the game.
You're going straight there, aren't you?
Pretty much. We're going to land, probably have a quick moment to get to the hotel. Doors open at 5. I don't need to be in there that early. I will pace the place. Okay. Hour and a half before, I will pace. Yeah, and we get in around 3:30. So it'll be a pretty quick hotel. Dump your stuff. So I've encouraged my family to wear their gear.
So dump the stuff, have a drink.
Boom.
Or 4.
I'll just probably have 1. I got to pace myself.
You got the kids with you this time.
I do have the kids myself. And that's the one thing that I most likely will not drink during the game. And it's not because I don't want to partake in one, because there'll be a lot of them that will. Per NCAA, I learned this, no case. I think I don't know if I said this. Per NCAA, unless you're in a suite or a VIP area, it's beer only.
Oh.
Or canned cocktails. That's it. Can't get a mixed drink.
Huh. Wonder why that is.
I don't know. That's per NCAA. We asked that question. I'm like, what? There's like these little VIP areas over here or in the suites. That's it. Other than that, it's giddy up beers.
Are you amongst the normal people today?
I am. Yeah. I was last time.
You're with the peasants?
I was just in yes. Lower bowl. I'll be in the lower bowl. We'll be there. A little bit different with 5 of us going.
You'll be right behind the bench, will
you? No. We got a good view. We're kind of like free throw line extended a little bit.
Okay,
yeah. We're good. Aisle seats, all the good stuff.
I'll be on my couch.
Is that what you figured out now?
I'm not 100%, but
wait a minute. You're not going to go because you guys, by the way, the average Joe Sports show today would be live 4 to 6 down at gate 25.
Yeah.
You can't go. You got to be here.
It's the last little bit of training for new intern Alex.
Come on, Alex.
He hasn't done a road show by himself on the road, and
come on, Alex.
This one will be. We'll see if it's lively downtown. That can be a stressful experience for a new intern. So
I mean,
it's kind of like tapping the glass of the zoo.
Well, man, this is like last day, right? Like last day is like hands off training.
Oh, I'm not
it's
gonna.
No, it's like when you learn how to swim.
I trust everything about him running a show that's in studio. He's done one road show before, and it went pretty well.
Okay.
But this is the chance for me to be like, all right, you're gonna act like I'm not here.
No, the people need Elijah and Schmidt both at gate 25.
I'm like, if you have any questions, man, this is a I'm not stepped in the studio type of day. This is a you figure it out, but I am here.
I'm here
in case something starts on fire.
Can you be just here in spirit?
No, so I could still make it down to the rail yard.
Mm-hmm.
But the thought I have with our show in at 6, tip-off's at 6:30, it's already going to be a madhouse down there.
Oh, it's going to be. I don't even know. I was thinking about that. Again, I hope everybody gets a chance to go out and do what they do. Get your game day plan going on. I expect rail yard area. I expect all the local places, whether it be on south side, whatever side of town you're on. Boy, is that like a 3:30? Get ready. Or is it 4? Pony up, get your seat.
I think it's like it's a straight from work.
Yeah,
If you get off at 4, you're going straight from work. If you get off at 5, you're going straight from work. Whatever time you get off work, that's the time you're heading to your local establishment.
Or like what time? I don't know what time, if you're not going to an establishment, which you should if you can go, go support local here in town. But what time, like Todd? I don't know if Todd's on today, but like what time are you starting your garage parties? Are those like I'll be in my garage in my chair at like 3:00. It's open, or is it?
I feel 3:00 feels early.
Well, I'm just saying, establish your, get your stuff set up. Have your TV
if you're starting your garage party, you can start it at 4, so you can listen in to the Average Joe Sports Show from 4 to 6. Get you all the pregame thoughts you need while you sit in the garage and drink that beer. 4:00 is the perfect time.
4:00. Okay, we're established. 4:00.
4:00 is the perfect time to start that.
4:00. By the way, shout out my kids' schools today. I know LPS again. My kids go to a private school, and they shout them out. By the way, they made this a Husker Day. Kids could wear red and sweatpants and shorts. Let's go. Giddy up. They know what this means.
History is what this means.
History. We just keep. It's a chance to keep rewriting it. This to me is a matchup that as unlikely. This is one of those games where like I go back to my Carolina roots a little bit. This is as unlikely as seeing Carolina and Duke play in the Final Four. When this type of stuff comes together and meets. Third time of the year for the right to go to the Elite Eight.
And think about it. There could be another team that you've already played twice waiting for you in the Elite Eight. If Illinois beats Houston. Now, hey, I'm not telling you to bet Illinois money line.
But no, that's not out of the realm.
I like the Illinois spread.
That's not out of the realm. What's Houston? Houston favored by?
They're 3.5.
Okay. That's
tight.
Not out of the realm.
No.
We went back a long time back, and remember we were talking about like tournament, like winning the tournament odds. We liked those odds of Illinois.
Yeah.
They were like plus, I don't know, 1,000, whatever it was coming off the board.
I like their path in, and they have to go through Houston and Houston, but
it's all right.
But can we talk about really fast? This is an
Please
aside. Do. I think I brought this up. I can't remember if I brought it up on this show or on the Average Joe Sports Show already this week. The games that CBS picked tonight. CBS picked Texas and Purdue, which is a 7.5 point line for Purdue.
Okay.
Arkansas and Arizona, which is a 7.5 point line in favor of Arizona. Mm-hmm. And they passed. They gave TBS Iowa and Nebraska 1.5 point line, Illinois, Houston 2.5 point line.
I think that's the best. They need to flip that.
Yeah. I remember looking at this and being like, that's
TBS, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean we get is Barkley still in the studio for these games?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
I think so, right? I don't know.
Yeah, it's different. It's fine. It's fine. TBS, your ratings will go up today.
I guess.
I bet ahead of CBS.
Why?
The only game I'd be interested in the CBS side is that Arkansas Auburn game.
Mm-hmm.
Not Auburn, sorry, Arizona.
Why is I just don't understand CBS's rationale for picking those two games.
Nope. Good morning, Arla. Good morning, FledX 10. Morning, Shane. Shane says, morning, fellas. I'll be repping Nebraska, Lincoln at Sportscasters tonight. There you go.
That's within walking distance of my house.
Can you save Elijah a seat?
As evidenced by a lot of
can you save Elijah a seat, please? Seat, please.
It's like a 5-ish minute walk.
I mean, you can zigzag back, right? You can go there and make it a 10-minute walk home.
Yeah, I've done it before. I have to turn that 5-minute walk into a 10-minute walk. I've done that in the past month.
Yeah. Boy, as we start looking at this game now, we're going to talk a lot about. We'll talk with T about it coming up. Have you started to grab a sense of the expectation of this game, how it's going to go? Because I started filling this thing out. My gut says I want this. I think it'll be a blowout. I think Nebraska might shoot their off. Right? I think Nebraska's game plan is going to be really good. But then I get a sense in the gut like this is going to be a battle. When I look at over-under numbers, first team to 70 might win this thing type of game. You get to 70, you got a great chance of winning because of the slowdown side of Iowa. And Iowa plays that is a scary type of basketball to play. When you slow it down and you don't shoot it well, limited possessions. So I think it's one of those things you go, all right, first one is 70. You're going to win this basketball game.
To me, this is this game, to compare it to completely another sport here. It's going to have the feel of, one of those like that heavyweight boxing or UFC title fights. Where it's not as fast paced and there's not as any big shots landed like you have in those some of those like 135, 145 weight class type fights.
Yep.
But whenever you have those heavyweights, the shots that do land, they land
You're gonna
hard.
hear them.
You're gonna hear them, and it's like you have that feel of tension throughout.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as exciting maybe as the littler guys, but the entire time there's that tense feeling. That's what tonight's gonna be.
This is going to be a game. I had a buddy that told me this at the Vandy game, after the game, in comparison of style. So we went to the Chorty game, right? And that was like a big old party in the second half. Exciting. He said after the Vandy game, that was the most unenjoyable watch game I've ever had a chance to watch. I'm like, tell me more. He's like, it was just so intense. Just back and forth, getting frustrated with foul calls. Get ready for that again tonight. I don't think sitting in the stands or at the game, you're going to go, you're going to be a lot of frustrated stuff. And you got to keep your patience, your composure in games like this. To me, it feels like a little bit early on. You talk about fighting like a boxing match when they're booing the two heavyweight fighters for the first 2 rounds.
Whenever they're feeling each other out because they know one shot landed could be it.
Here's a jab. Here's a jab, right? I mean, this thing, I can see it at the under 4 minute. It's like 5-4. Right?
Yeah. That's pretty much what I'm talking about.
5-4. And then as Husker fans, we'll sit around and go, wait for it. Price is going to land one, right? Or Frager's going to dunk one. To me, it'll be one of those matchups where that first blow, and hopefully it's Nebraska that takes that first haymaker and they just throw that first haymaker, because at that point, the crowd will come to their feet and make it difficult for Iowa.
And what do you think that crowd's going to be like tonight?
Oh, 630? Oh.
You think it's going to be, is it going to be, it's not going to be OKC, is it?
No, I will say this. It will not be, based on the fact that you got to remember there's 3 other teams there. Houston is there, right? They are going to be the ones that Houston, more than the other 2 teams, not Nebraska, will have the most fans there.
Yep.
I think in order, it probably goes Nebraska, Houston, Illinois, Iowa.
Yeah,
that's what I predict. And they're going to be there for both games. I think that Houston fans will come in for both games.
You think Nebraska fans will stay for the late game?
Win? No. No, I don't think they will. I take that back. It's hard to think about it because it's like, I think about it from the monetary side. I'm getting the bang for my buck. Yeah. I spent what? I want to get both games or look at our opponent.
But I think a good number of people, if it's a win tonight, are going to want to go party.
That's what it was. I tell you what, the OKC winning the first game, the Troy game, there were a few fans that stuck around because they were like, all right, let's see what I remember at the OKC game, we were just about to leave because we were talking to people like, we're out of here. We're going to go and get down to Bricktown and hang out. Vandy came out. Husker fans were booing them. Right?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting too about which if Houston fans of other teams will get on board with another team. Will Houston, as we've asked, will Houston become Husker fans for a minute? Or because Illinois is not going to take either side.
Well, Illinois is definitely not taking Iowa. I doubt they're taking Nebraska.
No, they're
definitely not taking Iowa.
But do the Houston fans jump on board? Hey, red, let's go. But I think this
Like,
crowd,
Husker fans got to go treat the Houston fans down there tonight that they see. They got
Yes.
to treat them right, which
So
I
I
don't doubt
don't-
Husker fans.
so I don't think. No, there's no way. I'm going to tell you right now. There is no way you duplicate OKC based on those tickets. But I will tell you this: that the Nebraska fans that are in that arena will make it feel like it. They're going to be fired up. They're going to get amped up. It's going to be borderline, not toxic. I hate that word, but in that realm, they're going to be geared. I saw a tweet that in the hotel that we're staying in, they do have Busch Light on tap.
Our good friend Jake Bartecki actually did a story yesterday where he's talking to a Houston bar owner, and they're like, "Yeah, we got the special order kegs of Busch Lighting because we heard how many of you folks like to drink."
Did you see the Busch Beer Twitter handle
Uh-huh.
with the
pallets upon pallets of beer?
Yeah, I just heard that it was in the hotel we're staying. I saw a tweet and Robin watched it, retweeted. I'm like, oh, not that it matters to me. Do you have the brown bottle, baby? So, all right. Hey, let's take our first break. Let's come back. We're going to talk more about this. Let's come back. Let's talk to some keys. Let's talk about players and keys to this game that we believe will be the X factor of how Nebraska beats Iowa. That and a whole lot more when we return.
I got to blow my nose. I can't even breathe.
Excuse me. Man. Boom, boom. Here we go now. Here we go now. Let's see what's over here. Excuse me.
I can breathe again.
There you go.
Do you hear it? I can actually. Yeah. Needed that.
John's out there like trying. Did that this morning. Like, couldn't clear. This is going to be awesome.
Come back here.
Welcome back in the morning hookup again. Happy Sweet 16 Thursday. Happy opening day. FedEx has a PSA for everybody out there. Expect late freight tomorrow based on your local FedEx driver being in full victory form. Hey, just let you know it's gonna be late. It'll get there. You want them to be safe, right? Let them get there. Let them wake up with the water.
It is like some of the overnight options on Amazon I do look at. I go, do we really need do I really need to be able to order something at 9 p.m. at night and guarantee it's at my door at 5 in the morning?
No.
Like, is that? Yeah, it's more on you as a person, not planning ahead.
Yes, you're the one doing it.
Like, we really need to make some poor delivery driver come drop it off at your doorstep at 4:30 in the morning because you decided to not order it the night before.
No, not like
I feel like it used to be pretty standard. Like, if you're ordering something online, 2-3 days. If you need something for tomorrow, you go to the brick and mortar store and you buy it.
you buy it. That's the way it's supposed to be done.
I don't know. Great. Probably good for Amazon's business, but
I
do we
guess.
really need this?
No.
Sometimes I look at the options and I go, no, we can move that delivery back.
Yes.
I don't need it tomorrow morning at 3:30 in the morning. It's okay.
Don't click that option.
I'll still be in bed.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Most likely I'll forget that's even out there and I'll see it at like 8:00 that night anyway. I'm convinced that it's totally like the air has changed. I feel great, by the way. I feel great. Voice is great, but I played golf yesterday and I was like, damn near talking normal. When I got to like 16, I sound like I'd like this again.
You got the allergies.
I'm like, what is going on?
Well, and we had pretty poor air quality yesterday.
Is that what all the fire stuff? Right? Yeah. So I don't know. It was wild.
Poor air quality and the allergies are up. I mean, I woke up this morning, I couldn't breathe. I'm still struggling just a little bit.
Wound up this last night. I'm like, well, I don't know what happened. Speaking of being wound up, 6:30 tonight. I don't know why we're wound up.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, do we really have to make it through the rest of the day to get there?
I had to tell both my boys on the way out this morning. Well, yeah, I'm like, hey boys, here's the deal, man. So they're getting out of school early, obviously, because we're leaving. I just need you to focus. Stay focused until you get picked up. That's it. Don't cause any drama.
Just lock in.
You know. And the time my youngest kid is only concerned this morning because they got to wear a red. We say, hey, we'll probably pick up at this time. This is the time we're going to pick up because we got to get home. We got to get moving. He said, can you go 10 minutes later? What? I need to finish my lunch. That's right in the middle of lunch. I'm not lying. He's like, can you just go 2 minutes later so I can finish my lunch?
I feel like if I was him, I would have said, could you pick me up 20 minutes earlier, before lunch, so that we can go somewhere?
Get lunch. Yeah. But it's some kind of was like, I think it was chicken tender day. So it's a big deal. Big deal. Chicken tender day was a big deal. Which I don't get it since. Yeah. Can't imagine they're better.
What kind of sauce options they got?
Yeah, what you got?
Like ketchup?
What you got? You need me to send you chicken tender day? I'm going to send you some sauce, okay?
Isn't that cayenne ranch? Oh, boy.
Let me help you get those, whatever you call those things, some sauced up. Oh, boy. Thinking about this game tonight, obviously there's all the thoughts. The chess match is going to be played in this affair.
Mm-hmm. There's one huge overarching question that stands out to me first that I need before I can evaluate the game as a whole. I'll need to see in the first 5 minutes. Is Iowa allowed to play prison rules?
Yep.
Or is this going to be a standard basketball game? The law is the law, the rule book is the rule book. Because Iowa was allowed to, they were getting away with a lot of physicality in Iowa City. A little less so in Lincoln, but still Big Ten levels of physicality. Yep. They were getting away with a lot against Florida as well. That was allowed to be played pretty physically. If this is a game that is allowed to be played physically, it's advantage Iowa.
Yes, totally agree with you.
And I think we'll have a good idea in the first 5 minutes how this game's going to be officiated because Iowa and Nebraska are both going to come out swinging.
Yep.
I think figuratively, hopefully.
I think this game, honestly, it's like we can go into rebounding and like valuing the basketball. Like that's any team across the country, right? You talk about physicality. To me, it's Nebraska. Keep your composure early. Like you're there. You belong in it, like you belong in the Sweet 16. Your fans are going to be all riled up. Don't allow Iowa's defense to rattle you. Right? Good possessions. I'll be looking a lot. I'll be watching a lot for Nebraska's what kind of possessions they have. You can have a good possession and miss a shot. But what do they look like? Because Iowa, like Nebraska, Iowa's going to try to get you deep in the shot clock and make you take an ill-advised shot. Bad shots. What kind of possessions do Nebraska have throughout and taking care of the basketball? Jamarcus Lawrence, continue to take care of the basketball. Good crisp passes. Sam Hoiberg, continue to do what you've done. A lot of this game will also be dictated by when you look at the scorers table and watch your backups, your reserves come in. Right? There's minutes. Kel Jacobson, Frager. Is it Garcia? Does he get off the bench? What those minutes look like will be a lot to be said about those reserve minutes, because Iowa has really good reserve minutes in the tournament.
I mean, those guys have come on so strong as of late. And Bennett Sturtz has been off ever since that Nebraska game in Lincoln. Really.
Does that worry you a little bit?
A little bit. But it's funny because for as much as we talk about, for all the X's and O's, I think how it manifests itself, and it feels maybe a little stranger for Iowa than for Nebraska, but which team is shooting the three ball better? You know, if you are embracing the physicality, or if the refs are calling it in a way that is favorable to Nebraska, which is more similar to how the rule book, the written law is for the game of basketball, Nebraska will shoot the three ball better. Or if they're playing through contact.
Well, and the laws of that is like at least like Price and Frager have good games.
Yeah.
Finally against these.
Or Mast is able to stretch the defense out and get some bodies out of the lane, which then allows things to get on the inside. Like a guy like Sam Hoiberg to get 2 feet in the lane and spray it out to a shooter. In game 1 in Iowa City, Nebraska only shot 20% from three. They were 5 of 24. Iowa, they weren't great, 26%. Knocked down 6 threes. In Lincoln, Nebraska was the barely better three-point shooting team. They were a lot better up until that last 5-minute stretch for Iowa. Nebraska ended up shooting 37% from three. Iowa shot 36% from three. But again, Iowa went on that little mini heater where there was 4 threes they knocked down in the final 5 minutes. That really helped their stats there. Nebraska ended up shooting the three ball better. They ended up winning that game. It's funny because I think there's so many more important things in this game tonight than not just who shoots the three ball better. But I think if Nebraska is doing the things that they need to do, which is being a team that is shutting off the interior, doing well in pick and roll coverage and flying out to 3-point shooters, I don't think Iowa's going to shoot the three ball great tonight. If Nebraska kind of plays through the physicality that Iowa's known to play with defensively, if you have guys like Frager getting to the rim, you have a guy like Mass that is kind of that dual threat where he's pulling a defender out to the arc and then he's able to do his work on the inside. What it'll end up with is Nebraska will get good 3-point looks. And I trust Nebraska in a 3-point shooting contest where they're getting good looks.
Absolutely.
So I think that's like, if Nebraska's doing a lot of things that they need to do well, how you be able to tell is, all right, what's that percentage you're shooting from three? And I think whichever team shoots the three ball better tonight, it's probably the winner.
Yep. And I think the ones that are disciplined, the disciplined team, it's the little things. Hard cuts off the screen, right? Are you going to go up? Are you going to under or over the top of it? Crisp passes. No empty, limit the empty possessions, because as we've talked about, this is a game of limited possessions. That's what Iowa wants. Iowa wants empty possessions. They want limited possessions. I'm turning the corner, man. I think this is going to be a Nebraska fun night. Because I tell you what, if it's allowed and it happens, like I've said, Price and Frager have not played. They played 2 subpar games against these guys. And again, that's going to be another thing, is how Nebraska schemes to get Price involved in the game, which we saw it again in Lincoln, where they got him in the post. Now, and I was going to know that now.
I mean, Iowa wants a game of each team gets 50 possessions, 25.
Yes,
that's how Iowa wants to play this game. They want to use up the entire shot clock, limit the possessions, and you think the things that'll help if Iowa's knocking down threes, it's because they're getting turnovers from Nebraska. They're getting offensive rebounds. They're getting extra
Mhm.
possessions. They feel a little more free to fire away. If you are giving them, let's say it's 8 offensive rebounds, and turn the ball over 10 times. Two high numbers there, but two things. I think what was the numbers in Iowa City? In Iowa City, it was 11 offensive rebounds and 11 or 12 turnovers.
That would be a sad night for Huskers.
You think about that. That's 23 possessions you've given to Iowa in a game where Iowa's trying to keep it to 50, 55 total possessions. You have to be so careful with the ball tonight.
Yeah, I think the only way to, and I know we're not going to have it as much, but the only way to speed them up is to shoot well. When you got to shoot well. If you're able to stretch this thing out, and that's another thing. If you're in Nebraska, if you can get out to you get on that momentum, again, they're going to call timeout. They're going to use all whatever. But if you get out to like a 6 or an 8 point lead, how does that go to 12? How do you extend that lead? How do you get them uncomfortable? This is a game of uncomfortableness that I look at, right? But I'm also going to I talk about those reserves. I think just in how comfortable are they? Frager knows Iowa. Iowa knows Frager. Can he get comfortable in his looks? Kel Jacobson, when he's in, how comfortable will he be? Because we talked about Vandy sped him up, right? Limit his turnovers, which hasn't been like him. How does that look? And then who is it? I do believe you're going to have a Garcia or somebody else come off the bench in a game like this,
or Jacobson,
or all of them, Kale, Frager, and maybe Garcia. You're going to have. I think you're going to have to roll a little deeper tonight. Now, what this game does do, it favors Nebraska in the sense that if the pace is slower, they're not getting as tired. So you see guys, Nebraska's 5 will play longer minutes in a game like this. So maybe you end up limiting your bench minutes. Not Frager. Get his minutes. The other 2.
Yeah.
Right. The other 2.
I mean, if Frager's getting 20, 25 minutes tonight, it means great things. Means he's doing what he needs to do off the bench.
Physical battle coming up.
And I wonder, too, do you get a game? I don't think Price would be happy with either of his performances against Iowa this season. Is it finally the Price on a heater to end Iowa's season?
And he's the kid guy, whatever you want. Like, that is not going to get out of character. He's going to take what's given to him, but if he takes it and it starts hitting, watch out. Because like a lot of people said, like, well, man, it's Iowa. What's the pressure? Like, I don't think he feels it. I think he's just ready to go.
I think maybe he felt that pressure game 1 in Iowa City.
I think going to Iowa, absolutely. Come on.
But then there's you bring it back to Lincoln, and you'll get a win on Senior Day. And I think, will this team still have a little extra fire to beat this Iowa team? Yes. Will there be the same emotions? I would think probably not.
No. Physical battle in front of us. Their role players are playing well, but I think it's set up for a night. But again, I also go back. I think this is a race to 70, type game. I think the line is still hovering at that 1.5. I have not checked. I'm going to check now on the line. Yeah, 1.5. Still holding at 1.5 right now as the Sweet 16 gets kicked off. Should be a fun night as we get started down there. But I'll be looking for a rank tonight too. A little rank night. A lot of stuff circulating around about how his shoot around went today. Went great, or yesterday. A lot of videos coming out of there. But I'm really excited for this. I think there's continued journey, continued history to be made for Nebraska as we embark on Houston and the rumblings. It's opening day down there, which we're going to talk about. Opening day coming up. All the great matchups that are out there with your team, your favorite team, between Wednesday night game last night, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights. Also, I don't think I can express enough about the chess match, about the coaching staff what that will mean. I would put our coaches up against their coaches all day long in a schematic war. Remember any comments from the phone?
That was the mayor's office calling us, not Hoiberg.
Put them on.
No, they were calling about other things. So I sent them to the other people that are smarter about.
Were they asking please endorse us, not Fred?
No,
they weren't.
It was not that. I said, hi, it's the morning hookup. Who am I speaking with? And he was,
should have got Smitty on the phone. Like, let me transfer you to Chris Smith.
No, I gave them the proper phone number of the person they need to get in contact with.
Look
and
at you.
Yeah.
Switchboard.
You know, I'm not multi-talented over here.
Switchboard. Must be the coffee.
I'm on one today.
I'm so ready for coffee. I did one more day of
Tea.
the tea. I'm on to something. Schmitty gave me the send off.
See, it's woke up with energy today. Not only is Nebraska basketball tonight, but last night I did a little yard work. Whenever I got home from work before the sun went down, I planted some grass seed.
If you tell me you did something else,
I'm not sure. There was an article in the paper this morning about bird watching out in central Nebraska.
Gosh,
I'm not sure. I can send it your way.
Yeah, don't. I thought you were out. You're just kind of hanging out like with your bird out your Merlin.
No. I was out there with headphones on.
Playing some grass. It was a beautiful day yesterday, by the way. I know it was hot, but that wind died.
Oh, and it was beautiful. It's got some grass seed planted, got it watered, rewatered it this morning. Got some twigs picked up out of my yard that blizzard brought down. I've been meaning to do for a little bit. It was a good evening. And then so watered it last night, had to water it again this morning. I'm hoping we see sprouts by the weekend.
We go. Yeah, I played yesterday. Got done. Went home and made dinner for the fam. We had a little salmon, some cod. Cut up potatoes, baby potatoes.
I sharpened my favorite knife last night. I got out the whetstone.
Look at what's happening here. See, that is a man who's thinking ahead of his Thursday.
Yeah. Last time I was cutting up veggies. What was that, Sunday night?
Wasn't cutting right.
And I was like, well, do you know what the most dangerous utensil in the kitchen is? A dull knife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whenever it's not just gliding right through whatever you're cutting.
It's got to be right.
And it wasn't gliding right on Sunday night. I hit my thumbnail once.
Wasn't gliding right on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Boom.
I hit my thumbnail once and I went, that's it.
Oh, you hit it?
I mean, it didn't draw blood or anything.
No, you
left a little gash in the thumbnail.
A
little, what would you call it?
A little nick
in the thumbnail.
In the thumb.
And I went, that's all I need to see. I need to get this knife sharpened up. So I got it sharpened last night. And oh boy, when I tell you that thing, it was gliding through paper. Got a little arm hair,
Oh, no way. Whew. You know what the most stellar thing I just saw? You can tell how many days in a row that we've been here, that we do shows. It's day 4. Schmitty has 4 empty coffee cups stacked together.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Well, he uses, because he gets his coffee in the morning, then he reuses those coffee cups in the afternoon whenever he gets his afternoon coffee before the Average Joe Sports Show.
And by the way, they do it way earlier than we do it. Way earlier. I mean, I'm awake, but I'm not doing anything.
I'm in there next week. Pray for me. It's not that bad.
You'll be fine.
It's not that bad.
You'll be fine.
By the way, Arlo chimes in to say he did watch the bird watching documentary. He said it's good, pretty interesting, worth the watch.
Worth the watch. Okay.
I'm not crazy. It's like you hear extreme bird watching documentary and you go, that sounds goofy.
Yeah.
And it is a little goofy.
That's all right.
But the world of competitive extreme bird watching, fascinating.
They're wired differently.
They're wired differently. It's people. Like, do they care about the birds or do they care about the competition? That's kind of the question you're always asking yourself.
Yeah, I told my wife about it last night. We were watching our own shows last night. She wanted to do show night last night. So we did that. So we're rocking through a bunch of shows. So, all right, listers. That's the name of it, right?
Yeah, it's
on my sheet still.
Yeah. Two unemployed stoners that go out there enjoying the competitive bird watching. They embed themselves in the competitive bird watching scene. Yeah.
Is it like undercover? No undercoverness?
No, but they have no previous bird watching experience. Like we're gonna get into this year.
And now they're like legit.
Well, I don't think they're big on the competitive scene, but they did find the joy in bird watching.
Oh.
Which I'm like, maybe that's what I need.
Long walks in the park, on the beach.
We can't spend 2 days talking bird watching.
No, we're out of here. Let's take a break. We're going to come back, and it is another holiday for a lot of people. It's opening day. Let's talk about opening day and some stories out there as you watch the beginning of a long season. Some seasons might be over after day one.
The Colorado Rockies.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back. I want to bring up this. Let's see. This is the craziest story. I'm going to bring this up at the beginning of the top. I know we'll see. What article do I want to use? No.
Ooh, I love when I get the notification from my stocks app that I'm down. Well, one of my stocks is down 5% today. Thanks for that fun notification.
Congrats.
Appreciate that.
My goodness. I don't even want to look now. Thanks.
Why just don't tell me that?
Yeah, why do you have just cut the alerts off of that crap?
Well, I think they're trying to get you to panic sell. Oh yeah,
they are. Just chill. You're in chill mode.
It's not a great day for my portfolio today.
Marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the only advice I give people when they ask me questions about certain. I'm like, hey, marathon, not a sprint. Depends on what your game is. What part of the game are you playing? You better get that done, Hooks. Let's go, bro. All right. Oh, they're killing it. All right. What a day. Come on now. My daughter texted me earlier about something about like when we're leaving. I'm like, whatever. Should I wear my outfit? I'm like, well, wear what you want. You don't have much time. I encourage everyone to put their game day gear on.
Yeah. Classic. That's a dad move right there.
I almost slept in it. I laid it out last night. I did. By the way, this is Creature of Habit outfit. I've been wearing this same outfit since the run started.
It's superstitious.
Yes. Yeah. I will wear the same outfit.
It's a good outfit, by
Saturday.
It's a good outfit.
Well, they ain't got the hoodie on the back, Sten.
And I like how it's predominantly red.
Yeah.
With like the black undersleeves, and then you flip it over and it's a black hat with the red accent.
Yeah. The only thing I have not put on yet are the red Jordans.
We are coming back here.
Yep. Welcome back in the morning hookup. That is like the perfect song, by the way. We got opening day happening. Real quick, we talked college basketball coaches yesterday. Have you seen what's happening, what's going down at NC State?
Will Wade
they're reporting right now, and he is out. He's going back to LSU.
Yeah, because McNeese, AD, and him are close. He left McNeese to go to NC State.
I love loyalty.
And then LSU went and hired McNeese's former athletic director as their AD running basketball.
1 year. 1 year. There's like the video circulating right now about like how he was on the phones. They were doing like this big season ticket rush for NC State fans. And he was like on the phone. It's like, hey, you see that this will be the worst team we ever have here. That's what he said. I'm happy for State fans. I'm happy for him. You'll be knocked back down exactly where you should be.
As we transition to baseball here, Hooks, I just got a text in from my buddy Brock, who I think is going to the game tonight. He lives down in Austin. I think he's driving in. And he said it's a screenshot of the NL West standings, and it says, "Don't look now, but the Rockies are tied for first in the division."
Let's go. They might be at the top based on who's in that. Are they going by the alphabet?
Well, it's.
I'm just saying, going by the alphabet, could they be at the top?
Well, the only team that's not at the top is the Giants because they lost last night.
They're out.
Everyone else is tied for first. Now the Rockies don't play today.
No, they might.
Their first game is tomorrow. So you look at it. If you have let's see who the Diamondbacks play the Dodgers. Somebody's got to win that game.
Somebody's gonna be at the top.
So somebody's gonna be at the top. Dang.
Somebody be at the top.
The dream is dead.
Man, you can't get that snapshot in.
The dream is dead.
Boy, opening day, there's a lot going on. I said we said first pitch 12:15 today. CBS? No, NBC. NBC, Paul Skeens to the bump. That'll be fun if you're out and about and you're able to watch. If you're making a dip. Now, here's the deal. There are baseball fans out there that might be making a whole day of this. I know your crew is going to make a whole day of this. Hot dogs, keg, all the good stuff. You got to go get a hot dog.
No, I'm just going to check in with them before tip-off of the Nebraska game and see how everyone's doing down there.
You're like, how you doing? When do you need the closer? That's the question. Do you need a closer? Because you could come in and put it over the top.
I as I've talked about before, I think today is a day that once 6:30 rolls around, I need to lock myself in a dark room and avoid all outside distraction.
Yeah, if I was just at home, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Boy, opening day again, big time for everybody that loves baseball. I'll look at some of these contenders. There's a bunch of questions out on some of the contenders. Looking at our favorite teams. Maybe if you have a favorite team, shoot them to us. We'll read it. Braves, biggest question for the Braves. I mean, there's a lot of outlook, right? There's a long season in this baseball world. Biggest question for the Braves: do they have the depth to survive injuries? That has been a common theme for the Braves in the last few years, with Strider out, Spencer's Schwellenbach out. And then they got Hurston Waldrop out. Their pitching is in trouble early season. Do they have enough to get us there? YZ's Boston Red Sox. Question is, do they have enough power to compete?
Well, in that division specifically.
Yes. Last year, the Red Sox finished 15th in home runs. And now this year, if you look at the chart, there's like all kinds of charts. They're predicted to finish lower. Then that's a power-packed division that they're in. Well, that's about your Rockies.
Can the Rockies get to 50 wins? I guess
how many games can they win is what it said.
The biggest question, though, and it'll manifest itself in how many wins they have, is what is the Rockies farm system looking like? Because if this season, if they exceed expectations, if they go above that win total, it's because there are guys coming up from the minors during this season that come up and perform well, that lead to wins. The opening day roster for the Rockies is probably the worst in baseball.
Yeah.
So do you have guys that are coming up from that AAA level? I talked about Charlie Condon before. He's a guy, rough first year in affiliated baseball, had a much better year too, made it to AAA, and then was one of the Rockies' best hitters through spring training. They started him off in the year in AAA. That's a guy that come May, very, very good chances an everyday starter at that MLB level because of how well he was hitting the ball during spring training.
Yep, that'll be an interesting one. Look at
he'd be an early call. That's
really,
guys like him. What younger Rockies farm system development guys can come up and make an impact this year?
Some other ones, some division type, leader type, front runner guys. Detroit's biggest question is this schoolball's last ride? In Detroit, they'll be watching and monitoring that. As I scroll through more, KC. Big question is, will Jack Caglianone be the hitter they need? Question mark. Will that be the X factor of their lineup? Obviously, something to watch.
Two teams, I think it's similar, Phillies and Astros. Do they still have any gas left in the tank from their championship windows?
Astros' question was, how does the rotation fare? What does the rotation look like as they'll kick off their season day? The Brewers, can they once again survive the departure of multiple key contributors? They had a lot of departures and some additions to that team. New York Mets, will all the turnover equal more wins?
Yeah, probably not.
Always the big question. Yankees, what will they get from their injured players?
Because I know there's a lot of fans around here of this team. What's the Cubs' big opening day question?
Cubs big opening day question. Sorry, circulate. What will Bregman provide at the plate?
Okay. My question with the Cubs is, does Pete Crow Armstrong go from potential star to star this year?
Yep. Boy, fast moving first out.
You've seen the flashes from PCA. Does he bring it all together and
sometimes those big contracts change people. Coming up, you won't want to miss it. Boots on the ground in Houston. Henry T. Buchanan. We'll talk Husker Hoots and a whole lot more. Sit back, relax. We'll be right back.
Dedication. I am the father of a 9-year-old little girl and a 6-year-old little boy, and I find fatherhood both relentlessly challenging and relentlessly rewarding. My daughter is biological and my son is adopted. I love them both so much, from the morning when you wake up to putting them to bed at night and every moment in between. It really is so special, and boy, is it exhausting. One thing that I fear about being a parent is the future for my children. I think a parent's job is to protect our children, but also prepare them for the world so they become good, kind human beings. But I'm also hopeful that the future holds a more inclusive and compassionate world for them. That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
KFOR invites you to join Legacy Retirement's John Kopetsky and his special guests Saturday mornings for the Aging Adventure. Brought to you by Legacy Retirement Communities. Lifestyle and health topics plus fascinating people. The Aging Adventure, 8 a.m. Saturdays on KFOR.
Hello, I'm Rick.
And I'm Kim with Harley's Heating and Air. At Harley's, our focus is on you, the customer.
If it's your goal to keep your system running at peak performance, try our service agreements.
Call Harley's or schedule online at harleysheatingandair.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SOUND to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SOUND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SOUND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
As an organ donor, your story doesn't have to end. The good in you can live on. In fact, you could save up to 8 lives and restore sight and health for many more. Sign up right now online as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. You'll be happy you did. And just maybe, someone else will be happy too. Go to organdonor.gov. It saves lives. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
Lincoln's local news, talk, sports, and weather station. FM 101.5, 1240 AM, KFOR, and KFRX HD3. Lincoln.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. 29% of all TSA officers have called out sick. New York's JFK Airport. 39% are out in Houston, and at the busiest airport in the world, Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson, 41% of all those on security lines are not there as the government shutdown drags on. Here's ABC's Jim Ryan in Texas.
Continuing our boarding now with our Platinum.
Since the start of the TSA sick outs, Houston's Bush Intercontinental Airport has had some of the longest security lines. But many travelers standing in those lines empathize with agents going without paychecks because of the partial government shutdown.
I'm not going to work for free. I don't expect them to.
At the end of the day, I don't think it's fair that they're not getting paid.
Uniformed ICE agents have been sent to Bush Intercontinental, but
we see a lot of agents just kind of standing around not contributing to getting people through.
Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Congressional Democrats are demanding reforms in the way ICE carries out immigration enforcement for funding. Republicans accuse them of moving the goalposts. At a cabinet meeting this morning, President Trump insisted that talks between the U.S. and Iran are taking place.
They are begging to work out a deal. I don't know if we'll be able to do that. I don't know if we're willing to do that. They should have done that 4 weeks ago. They should have done it 2 years ago.
Iran's semi-official news agency is saying that Iran has responded to the Trump administration's 15-point plan. Sources say Iran's reply outlined several conditions, including an end to attacks and assassinations, compensation for war-related damages, and acknowledgement that it has sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz, which Iran is still blocking. Also today,
Israel saying they have just killed the head of the Iranian Navy as President Trump looks to strike a potential deal with Iran. And here in the Gulf, 2 people were killed in the UAE after an Iranian attack. Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait also attacked overnight.
ABC's Matt Rivers in Doha. We've just learned that Dash Crofts, half the duo of Seals and Crofts, has died at the age of 85. This is ABC News.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-551-7672. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-551-7672. That's 800-551-7672. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real...
Unveiling the annual report for the Lincoln Police Department. Good morning. I'm Jeff Modes. We're at 70 degrees at KFOR. Happening right now, Mayor Larry and Giller Barrett and Lincoln Police Chief Michonne Morrow are releasing the 2025 annual report for LPD. KFOR News is following this news conference. We'll have more stories about this throughout the day in later newscasts and online at KFORnow.com. A step back for those wanting to have taxpayer money go toward private education scholarships in Nebraska. On Wednesday, Nebraska lawmakers failed to advance LB 1071. That's the appropriations bill portion of the state budget package because of disagreement over appropriating taxpayer dollars while trying to fix a budget shortfall. Many senators, including Danielle Conrad of Lincoln, said voters rejected using taxpayer dollars for private education.
It was a referendum. It is a direct rebuke of that program, and it had resounding support across the state and across the political spectrum.
State law requires that a budget has to be finalized and be on the governor's desk by day 50 of the session, which was yesterday. Final round of debate on that budget is set for next week. Tonight marks the 3rd time this season that Nebraska and Iowa have faced each other in men's basketball, but the rubber match comes on the big stage in the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament. Husker head coach Fred Hoiberg said Wednesday adjustments on the fly are going to be key in this matchup with the Hawkeyes.
I thought our guys did a really good job when we switched up our defense late in the game against Vanderbilt, and we found out a way to go slow down their momentum. And that's what this time of year is all about. If you have any chance of advancing, you have to have great execution in everything you do on both sides of the ball. But yeah, Ben he's been elite at what he's done in year one with the roster and getting the right guys that fit his system.
Hoiberg says at this time of the year you have to handle adversity well, and his team has done that. Nebraska and Iowa tip off tonight in Houston, 6:30 on TBS and True TV. It'll be sunny today, breezy. We'll see a high near 80 before temperatures fall later on today. I'm Jeff Modes, KFOR News.
Yep. We got another lawn looker. Raise lawn, do lawn treatments, and make the place look beautiful, like a lush carpet. It catches the eye of a neighbor or really anyone passing by, and they just can't look away.
They go into this state where they're dreaming about what Rays can do for their lawn.
It's so beautiful.
Only one way to get them back.
New spring customers get 20% off Ray's 5-step program. Ray's Lawn and Home Care. 60 years of making lawns beautiful.
If you've got trash, it's time to stop trash talking and clean up with MWC Can. MWC Can is your one-stop container shop for front load, rear load, side load, and self-dumping containers. Come to MWC Can in Lincoln off North 56th Street and Russell Drive to see their full line of steel and poly containers for any trash need. MWC.
This is the Morning Hookup on KFOR.
Welcome back to the Morning Hookup, hour number 2 on a Sweet 16 Morning Hookup Thursday. Thanks for hanging out with us as everybody's making their preps right now to find their spot, their special spot for tonight's affair, 6:30. Live from Houston. Speaking about that, our guy, Husker legend, Henry T. Buchanan. I think you probably slept in that shirt, didn't you? You're so amped up.
Hey, what's up, fellas? What's up, Bill? What's up, Elijah? Hey, man. Hey, Jeff, come here, man.
Oh, you got Rec? Is that Rec?
Yeah, I got Rec in here, baby.
What's up, Rec?
What's going on? Hey. Good to see you guys.
Yes, sir. We'll see you tonight as well.
Hey, man, y'all just send the link to Jeff, man, so you can join us on our phone. You might as well while he's here.
I'll just need an email address.
Yeah, hey, text an email address.
You got an email address, right?
Yeah.
Give it to him online.
Look, you asked that man if he had an email address. And it better not be AOL.com or something.
He's an old fart. Go ahead.
Hey, you over there eating Swiss cakes and honey buns on the air. Hey, I bet you stole them from Shoe's house, didn't you?
or you can send it to me and I'll send it to him. Send it to me.
Well, you should have it.
You have it. You can forward it over.
All right, we'll get you guys. I'm going to Mr. Legend.
What's going on, fellas, man? Hey, fellas, we fired up.
Look, I'm telling you what, my anxiety is pretty high. I can't wait to get down there and hang out and see the game tonight. But hey, I want to go back to Oklahoma City. Give me thoughts, man, especially from your perspective. I've told people that I know after that game there was jubilation. I know I was able to share a moment, man. I walked up and saw you, big hug, man, and that game was so interesting because it started off with a lot of anxiety, I believe, on both sides. They had a guy, Valdez, knocking down some threes, but when Nebraska got started and Price got started, man, talk about that, like the thoughts that were going through your head in the second half, because that second half was nothing but a Husker party in the second half of that Troy game.
I tell you what, fellas. That was one of the most heart-wrenching, emotional endings that I've seen. Just not from a fan's perspective. As a player, we've had our moments and things of that sort, and had some big games and did some of our things. But watching that for this moment, not only, first of all, the game before that, getting our first win. So we got the monkey off our back. Okay, now we got Vandy, who's playing at the top of their game. They just blew out Florida. They lost a tough game against Arkansas. So we knew going in that this was going to be a difficult team that plays similar to us, size-wise, shooting. And let's face it, basketball in Vandy, if you're playing in Vandy, you know the game and you're very talented. And they showed that, especially in the second half. And to watch our team in the way they rebounded, even though we led most of the game, but just watching that game and how intense it was, and in every play that in every possession was key, whether it was offense and defensively, to go down to a last half court shot that we all thought went in.
Oh, dude, my view.
We all thought went in, and the relief when that ball popped out, now tears did come in my eyes after the Troy game. This game, it was almost like I was ecstatic, and then for a quick second, my heart dropped because I thought the ball went in, and then when the ball popped out, then it was jubilation. and I couldn't find enough people to hug. I mean, I went to Coach Hoiberg's wife, hugged her. I hugged Price Sanford's dad. I hugged Frager's dad. I was just hugging anybody that was within my arm reach, because we're going to the Sweet 16, and we're here now. And it just, I don't know, man. You can't put it in words. And I've been behind this program since Coach Hoiberg. Well, I've been behind the program since day one. I was close to Doc, didn't know Barry. 10 miles was kind of distance from that perspective. But I've developed a really good relationship with Fred Hoiberg and talked to him a lot. I've been to his house, and I know how this guy operates. And from a basketball perspective, he's the best in the game offensively. He got one of the best defensive coaches in the game, and in Nate. And so it's been a relief. The fans are loving it. And I can talk about this all day long. Bo Reed, called me this morning. We talked for about 45 minutes about about this team and how we would have loved to play for Fred Hoiberg. and it's just an awesome thing to be. And also, I mean, I just can't say enough. I got two of my teammates here, Jeff Reckaway and Derek Vick, and just hanging out with them and reminiscing and talking to fans some that remember us, the older folks that remember us, and we're just, they're glad that we're here, and I'm glad that they're here. So, fellas, it's a special time, and we just got to prepare, and it would be nice to take care of Iowa tonight and make it to the Elite Eight, and anything can happen, fellas.
Tell me, with the mood down in Houston, you seen a lot of Husker fans. Like, what is the fan vibe down there? Before, I mean, we're excited to hear Hooksy's take on Houston, but while you're there, what's the vibe like?
Well, it's last night. I only went to two spots. I'm staying at the Westin, and D. Vick and my buddy Allen is staying in the Marriott Marquis, and Jeff probably be staying in one of the two. And I know, Bill, you're staying in the Marriott Marquis. They got Biggio's got a super cool sports bar, and Husker fans, while we were kind of belly up at the bar, and Husker fans was walking by, and every last one of them stopped to shake our hands, high five, take photos. That's how it is right now. And a couple that I met at OKC stays around the corner from me, small world, from Nebraska. They just got a winter home here. Talked to me. They're staying at a different hotel, which is an Iowa hotel, so they're all kind of disappointed. I'm sure they want to move. They're in an Iowa hotel, so they're going hotel to hotel trying to find Husker fans. So I was lucky enough to find Husker fans in Marriott Marquis and in where I'm staying in Weston. And when I walked in there, there's Husker fans high-fiving. And then as soon as I get to bed, lay in bed, who texts me? Robin. I just missed him. I walked away from him. I missed him by minutes, I guess. But I was already in bed, so he's sitting to talk to D. Vick and my buddy Alan Tuttle.
Well, you have to text him today. You know what today is?
Is this his birthday?
Happy birthday, Robin
Really?
Washington.
Oh, I got him.
They do. He texted me. I texted him this morning, and he said, Nebraska does a lot of good things on people's birthdays. That's what he said. So, hey, I want to ask.
Well, I'll buy him a few drinks tonight.
That's what I told him. I said the same thing. Once we win this one, we'll be out and about tonight. Hey, I want to ask both of you guys. There's Rec hanging out with us. Jeff Reckaway, the pride of all Kendallville, Indiana. Right there he is. Hey, let's talk about this. So obviously you've advanced, and there's a lot of pride in what's going on.
Oh, is that me?
We're good.
Okay, there's a lot of pride in you guys and the foundation that you guys built and watch this team. But there is a game. There's a game. Talk to me, both you guys, being in big games, winning big games, and now again, add on that you're playing Iowa in the Sweet 16. What's it like to have to hey man, this has been fun. It ain't fun now. It's fun, but it's a game, man. This is legit. We are on the brink of continuing to be special. How do you calm those nerves as you walk into a different arena now? Because I think that we had a few players in OKC that the lights got kind of bright in some moments, and I'm not calling them out. It just happens, right? Yeah. I mean, again, it was Garcia fumbled it up a little bit, right? Kale, unlike him, they sped him up. But what's it like for a team like that that's rolling and they're calling it a story? I don't think it's a story. I think it is what it is. But to turn that page and get focused and play a Big Ten opponent for the third time.
But number one, we have an experienced team. And Jeff Reckaway and myself and D. Vic were the seniors on our team. And I never forget, I'm going to talk about two games. One game, it wasn't even a big game. It was the game that we were supposed to blow out. And we are on the road. And you know how a team stays in the game and you're way better and they just staying in the game. And this is during the game that we finally looked at each other and like, we can't lose this game, but we was about to ready to lose this game and it was against Furman. And I remember towards the end and I was looking for a shot. And, of course, the guys converted on me, and look who's wide open for a three at the top of the key.
The worst player on the court. The worst player on the court.
It was Jeff Reckaway wide open to hit the three to put it in overtime. And if I didn't see him and he didn't make that shot, the rest of the season, our lives would have been miserable because that was a pre-conference game. That was before the Big 8 game season started, and actually, even though we ended up winning that game, correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, I remember us flying back that night and having to practice. He was that pissed off. We had to practice.
Was not happy.
We was not happy. We practiced that night. After midnight, we practiced for about an hour or so, hour or two. But the other big game preparing for it was the KU game, and we had successes against KU at home, and for some reason, when you play a team like that, your mentality changes, your mental changes. You become more focused, and you know that you have to play a perfect game to beat that team. Mm-hmm. And that's the mindset that I guarantee you that Nebraska's in right now, that we have to play our best because Iowa's going to play their best. They're well coached. We're well coached. But talent-wise, we're a better team. Coach-wise, you got to give Iowa coaches some props, but Coach Hoiberg is probably the best coach in the country, in my opinion. And he's going to prepare these kids, and these kids is definitely going to be focused, and they're going to be ready because it's survive in advance. So that's where they're at. There's no tomorrow. So let's get it done today, and that's the way they're thinking, and they're playing very confident. I got a chance to talk to Jamarcus Lawrence and Sam Hoiberg, and you can just tell these kids are on point and they're ready. But go ahead, Jeff.
No, I wasn't sure if I was going to get a chance there, fellas. You guys, we all love T, but I wasn't sure if I was going to get an opportunity. It was the same damn way in the huddle.
Hey, get T fired up, and he's going to spout off all the knowledge he has. That's what we love about T.
No, piggybacking on the survive and advance, and the point you brought up. Look, those guys didn't play their best. They were on a big stage, but they survived. So now they're veterans. We're not going to see that same thing from Kale and those guys because they made it through it. And now I don't want to say it's like playing with house money. These guys went 20 games win streak, and that, after 10, there's a lot of pressure on continuing to win. So they've experienced a lot of things that not many teams have experienced this year, and multiple guys stepping up. So I feel really good about it.
What are your guys' keys in a game where we know what Iowa likes to do? They're going to play physical. They're going to slow the pace down. They're going to limit possessions. What are the keys for Nebraska for you guys as they go up against a team that likes to play like that?
Oh, that's an easy one. Get a quick start, get the lead, because they do that when they're in the lead. If they're behind, they're going to play fast and speed up. So we got to have a quick start. We got to get Price on early and often. And we're going to need the rest of these guys to step up defensively because Iowa plays. They move. They got great ball movement, and they like to take time off the clock. But that's when they're ahead. If they're behind, they're going to play fast and they're going to make mistakes. So I think that's the key. We got to get a quick start, get the lead, and make them play catch up and make them, because when they play fast, they make mistakes, and that's where we need to have them.
I think that, you know, when you look at them and the way they move the ball, they did a good job of getting in the middle of the floor with us and taking advantage of some of our rotations. So our defensive rotations and rebounding is going to be huge for us.
That's a great point, Jeff, because I was stunned that they out-rebounded Florida by, 15? With the size that Florida had, they just wanted it more. But that's the Big Ten. And remember, fellas, I've been telling you all season, since the Big Ten started, that the Big Ten, we are a March Madness, we are an NCAA team, and the Big Ten is preparing us for it. So that physicality that Troy tried and Vandy tried, that's just par for the course. And what Iowa did to Florida, we've seen Iowa twice already, so we know what they're going to bring. So the physicality is they're going to get it right back. And I think he mentioned a name that Bo Reed and I talked about this morning. That's Garcia. We're going to need Garcia in there popping some heads off. And we're going to need them often and early and a lot. So we'll see what happens there, fellas. But we are in a good spot, and I think the preparation for both teams and both Midwest team. I even had an Iowa young lady talking to me yesterday, talking about who got the best corn between the states. And I mean, that's how detailed that folks are thinking about this game. And I'm saying, well, we'll just see what happens tonight. But I'm not bragging, but I just think we're destined to make it to the Elite Eight and probably the Final Four. And I think I've mentioned that on this show, that we have the talent in the team to go to the Final Four, and then we see what happens.
Yep. All right, fellas, stay with us. We're going to take a break. We're coming back with you guys. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with more with Henry T. Buchanan and Jeff Reckaway when we get back.
Should I bring it up about the dude when I was waiting for the car? So.
Yeah. They can hear you. They can still hear you.
Oh, yeah. So now we're off. There's no radio. Now we're on stream. So Reck, what you're telling me is it was a lot like Memphis. You had to be his handler.
Yeah.
That's all I heard.
I still got a picture from Memphis where it's like you and I chatting it up.
Come on around. Hey, fellas, remember Alan? We've had
Yeah.
show. This is my guy, Alan.
What's up, guys?
Alan, what's up, man?
We're doing.
I'm just happy listening to you, fellas.
That's awesome. Appreciate you, man.
Wish you were here, man.
About 4:00 today.
Oh, yeah, you're coming in.
I'm en route. I'll be there. We're Wheels Up 1:30, landing there around 3:30ish.
Nice.
And we'll be at the hotel. We're staying at. I'm like T said. I'm over at that marquee, that Marriott marquee.
Oh shit! Yeah, come on up. We'll have a little party.
Yeah. We're in Alan's suite. He got a suite. You know,
let's go.
Yes.
And, well, Hooksy doesn't know it yet, but I'm about to try to squeeze my way into his luggage this afternoon. So I'll see.
Hey, you know what else you just tried to call me? I don't know if I think I told you this, didn't I? He just tried to call me Big Coos.
Yes. Is he here yet?
He's there. He just tried to call me.
Well, what hotel is he in?
You know what? I don't even know.
We got to find Big Coos.
I just told him, I said, budget back. I'm talking with T.
Hey, man, he used to set the best picks for me at sports courts.
That's all he could do.
That,
that's all, or should I say that's all he was allowed to do?
Oh, no. See, I get falsely accused.
I don't know, man. I've heard a lot of this. And then when it wasn't going your way and all this stuff,
I'll buy you a drink when you get to the bar, but you got to go to the bartender and say, "Hey, Mr. Houston, that's our bartender. Hey, Jesus."
Oh, I got it.
21 years, but he'll take care of you.
I'm in. I will be as thirsty as possible when I land.
Hey, we got a couple. There's a donor party, and then there's an alumni party. We got two parties going on at the same time at two locations.
Yeah, good. Well, yeah, I'll hit you up when I think we'll be at the hotel by 4. I got the whole fam, man. The boys.
I just got a text from from Keith Newbert.
Is he in town?
I doubt it.
No.
Yeah, T, the boys are fired up when I told them you were in town. Ty and
Oh,
T-
somebody must have sent him a photo of us because he was saying he's not going to make it. He's talking about somebody must have told him that me and D Vic is here. I got to let him know Rex here too.
Yeah, you're right.
We're coming back.
Here we go.
Coming back here.
Welcome back in the morning. Oh, you're playing, baby. Welcome back in the morning. Hookup. That's right. Herbal hanging out with Henry T. Buchanan. Yeah, Steve, do you remember this? Do you remember this? They were playing this in OKC and nobody wanted to leave.
I don't think they can hear it on the stream though.
Oh, they couldn't hear. They were playing the
the
Black Eyed Peas. What's the name of that? It's
I got a feeling.
I got a feeling. Remember
I
that?
got a feeling.
Yeah, I got a feeling.
I'm surprised you remember it, Huxley.
I barely. I told you the only disadvantage I had, maybe it was better for me is the fact that when the NCAA comes into town, unless you're in a private area or a suite or whatever, you don't get mixed drinks. It's beer only, and I'm not a beer guy. So I saved a lot of people. I didn't save my voice, but I saved a lot of people, a lot of other stuff, probably.
Oh man, hey man, but OKC, unless you was there, you have no idea.
I got videos that don't do it justice.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Well, the arena was one thing. That speaks for itself. And we broke the decimal record of the OKC crowd. They were 112, and we surpassed them at 115.
Mm-hmm.
But the Bricktown and the Riverwalk, the canal, we had Husker fans jumping in the canal.
Which, by the way, I hope that those gentlemen that jumped in are healthy today.
Yeah, because that water did not look good.
No. Hey, I want to ask you guys.
No, the alcohol fights anything that could be in the water.
Yeah.
Right? It protects your body. Simple as that.
Man. Oh, they had a lot of it in them because these bars were full. Lines they had lines at these bars you couldn't get in, and it was unreal. They ran out of beer. Most of the bars, the hotels was running out of beer, and they just ladies, Husker fans are no joke. They lost hundreds of thousands of dollars probably because they didn't have enough alcohol on hand.
They did. It was too bad. Hey, I want to ask you guys both this. Obviously, you got Iowa in front of you, and you're planning for the third time. But the coaching side of this, and I know T talked about how good our coach is. We got the best in the business. Reflect back on you guys' times when your coaches meant the most. I've said this again. I did not play the game, but I believe in any postseason. When you get to postseason, coaching starts to matter more than it does maybe in a regular season type deal from a chess match. But in the trust in players and coaches, talk about that relationship, because I know you guys had some coaches, and sometimes it's not even Fred, right? You look down and you go, you got Ernie, Nate, you can keep going on down, but talk about what that means in runs like this when you look at because me, I watch the huddles like you guys do, and I'm like, man, look at Nate. Nate's in that huddle getting after it.
Yeah.
But that whole trust factor of a game plan, especially playing a team for the third time.
Well, it was with us, we had Coach Bargan that D. Vic and I played for at Hutchinson Community College that joined the staff. And Jeff knows who Coach Bargan is. I think we played them in the JUCO National Tournament.
Let's move on.
Okay. So we did get the opportunity to play those guys, and we should have been playing in the finals, to be honest, but we ended up playing for third place. But anyway, moving on. But we had Coach Bargan on the staff that D. Vic and I had played for that we trusted, and then of course we had Coach Nee, we had Arden Reed, we had Lynn Smith, we had Gary Grace. So. And we didn't know much about them. I knew Lynn Mitchum was from Indiana, and from South Bend, Indiana. He played at Butler, was at the time the all-time leading scorer. And we knew where Coach Neat came from, New York. He coached assistant under Marquette and the legendary coach.
At Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame. And he was at Marquette.
Digger Phelps.
Well, he's under Digger Phelps, and he was under the coach at Marquette.
Oh, wow.
So I can't.
Was that McGuire?
Who?
At Marquette with it wasn't
Legend.
Begins with an M. I just went.
Well, yeah, McGuire, right? Is that Frank McGuire?
Yeah. Frank, was it Frank McGuire? But anyway, so we knew that he had been under some legendary coaches, so we had that trust as well. And so when you got Bargain and you have Coach Nee, the experience that they had, so we had to trust them. So with no choice. So we had to, whatever game plan, whatever plays that they coached us, that we knew we had to execute. And then the big deal was not only trusting the coaches, trusting one another. And I go back to that Furman, because, if it was someone else, if it was Richard Payne Van Pogies who was at the top of the key, I would have forced the shot. But seriously, so trusting one another, trusting the coaching staff. And guys, think about the Big Eight at the time. You had Larry Brown, you had Storm and Norm Stewart, you had Johnny Orr, you had Lon Kruger, you had the Okie State coach, Hamilton, Leonard Hamilton. Think of the coaching legends that we had, that we saw along with our coaching staff, and Nee was right in there competing with these guys. And so when you look at that and think about what we had to do and what we done, especially our first year playing with legends like Brian Carr, Bernard Day, Bill Jackman, Keith Newbert. I can go on, and then with Jeff and I and D-Vic coming from the JUCO ranks and teaming up with those guys. And next year, you bring in Rich Keene, who ended up being a lottery pick, and Bo Reed, who probably had chances that he went to NBA camps. Clifford Scales, who became a 3-year starter after I left. EJ, Vinny Johnson's little brother. We called him Mini Microwave. You think about that, and the coaching staff that we had, we did some things, and we made a mark before we left, and folks still talk about it. But go ahead, Jeff. I know I like to have the mic, and it's your turn. It's your turn.
Well, the first step is recognizing.
Oh, this is so good.
Well, I will remember, and I'm pretty sure it was the Kansas game, and I was not used to this as a player, but I thought it was smart because of T's experience. But I can remember Coach Nee in a timeout, in a critical one, basically looking at T, that's how I remember it, and saying, "Hey, what do you want to do here?"
Yep.
And I was not used to that as a player with any other coach, but that showed that he had confidence in T and the team and what he had coached us up to at that point. And I think that made a huge difference. And so you look at the way our team plays now together. I mean, they have that culture that Fred and the staff has established, but they've recruited the guys that enjoy playing together and trust each other. Because there's been times I get frustrated watching some things that players do, whether it's in person or on TV, but they have each other's back. You don't see them look at each other cross-eyes. They're grabbing them and say, "Hey, next play." That's special.
And I like what he said, because I told Bo Reed this morning, I think the 91 team, and I told Bo, I said, may be the most talented team we've ever had in Nebraska, but the best team is this team.
Yeah.
The way they play together, they love it, and because I remember if Jeff and D-Vic would miss a couple of shots, I would kind of give them a hey, man, what are you doing here?
And T wasn't rebounding for us either. Like, we rebounded for him, and he missed those damn things.
I don't think those two things go together. From what I heard, like, did you even get down there?
Yeah. Okay. Kudos. Jeff, man, but that's a great question, man. Trusting the coach and coach trusting the players, and I've told that story before too, where coach would ask me, "T, you're out there. What do you think? What are you feeling? And what should we run?" And yes, I'm out there and I'm watching, and I know what works and doesn't work, and that's what you had. That's what you have in this whole team with Sam, Jamarcus. You got the big guys that's playing. No, Burke. Like Burke had his best game since he's been at probably best game in college. Mm-hmm. The way he played both ends and the energy hitting things, but the players and the coaches trusting in them. And I've been at practices where I've heard coaches make comments to players. That's why you're not playing, because you're making mistakes. And for a coach to be able to say that to players and players respond, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. And I've been having problems sleeping, fellas. I've been having problems sleeping. I mean, it's just, and I'm about as happy as I've been in a long time, man. I mean, I don't know, man. I know how Jeff feels. He's here for it, man. And I know and I told y'all what happened to him in OKC and getting stuck in Salt Lake City and things of that sort. And that's the way we feel, man. We want, man, because that's us. I mean, when you look at it, and every fan that I talk to says, y'all started this.
Yeah.
And that's a great feeling, man. And watching this team succeed and get to know the players, man. It's man, I don't know, man. It's just awesome, brothers.
What would it mean to you guys being, foundation setters for Nebraska basketball as a whole, guys that built this fan base, that made Husker basketball fans? Like myself, I wasn't born until 10 years after you guys were done playing, but
thanks.
Let me throw that in there. But like the passion of the fan base that you guys kind of set forth made me a Husker basketball fan as a youngster growing up, and it's carried through. What would it mean to you guys specifically to see Nebraska in the Elite Eight? That's kind of unthinkable, kind of pinch yourself type dream. And it's right there in front of you for the taking tonight. What would that mean to you guys?
Well, one of the guys that I'm the happiest for is Kent Pavelka.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
100%.
That dude has been through it all. And he and I actually talked this morning. And I'm so happy for him. And he's in his glory right now. Husker Nation. I think back. And even some of Fred's years, did we lose like 12?
We had a year where we won 7 games.
And still, whether it was Devaney back when we played or Pinnacle, fans were still there. You don't see, a place like us anywhere else with Husker fans. I don't care what sport it is. Husker Nation is awesome, and I know how T feels. I know how the rest of our teammates and even the guys, the Dave Hoppins of the world before us, we're happy for the fans. This is awesome for us to see it happen as, alums and being part of it, but our fans deserve it. And that's the happiest I'm for.
Yeah. And I have to agree with him wholeheartedly. When I ran into Jeff, that's the first thing he told me this morning, that he had just talked to Kent, and being our radio announcer for 50 plus years now, and been waiting on this moment for them to win. And I saw it. I saw it down there, and the whole team ran to Kent Pavelka at the game to give him a hug, and they was all around Coach Hoiberg during the TV interview, and just to see that. And I watched a game tape just the other night. It was the Washington game, and I remember that was the game that we won to get to go to New York.
Oh,
and yeah. I just remember the fans, and guys, I've talked about the fans for 5 years, and I remember how packed Devaney was. We probably had 15,000 standing room only, and when we won. And I remember those guys rushing the floor, and you can see the smile, Coach Nee, and you can see the smile on the coach's face and the fans' face. And I remember cutting the nets with my son in my hand and on the stairs. And I just remember those moments. And I remember when we won against Troy, and I was like, I wish we could rush the floor. It's NCAA game, but folks don't understand that. We wish we could have been the first. Every team that's played before this team wished they would have been the first team to win the tournament. I talked to Chris Logan, and Chris Logan, talks about it. Bernard Day talks about it. If we'd have had Dave Hoppin, we beat Western Kentucky. Everybody, the 4 teams that went to the tournament under Coach Nee, or 5 or however many teams he took there. Everybody had those opportunities, because that's the ultimate goal, is to win the championship, not just getting there and winning the game, but actually winning the championship. We have a team right now that has an opportunity to go to the Elite Eight, survive and advance. We don't know what's going to happen the game after. And I'm going to stick around and watch that Illinois and Houston game. And people thinking Houston is a given. And I don't think so. I mean, Illinois is just as big as they are and can play, man. Those guys can play. So it means a lot to everybody, the fans. That's why Jeff and I are here right now. This program means a lot to us and their success. And we're here behind them 1,000%. And I can't wait till tonight, man. I'm fired up, fellas. I'll be looking for somebody to hug again after the game.
I'll find you.
Yeah. So it's gonna be epic.
Well, I do want to ask you guys about the game tonight. Again, we can sit here and break down like all the keys to the game, right? But I want to get you guys as expert basketball knowledge, because we could talk about rebounding and shoot the ball well, blah blah. But give me a key that nobody's looking at tonight that's the X factor for Nebraska and when they win this game.
I think player-wise, obviously Price is very valuable, but I think Lawrence is big-time X factor for us. I mean, he's able to do so many things. So if he's rolling, I think things are really good for us.
I agree with him again, 1,000%. Jamarcus is the key.
Enrique and those guys are. But
yeah, he got to get going.
Sammy.
He got to get going early, and please don't make those fouls where you're becoming the coach and watching the game. He has to be on the floor. Mass is the other.
Yeah.
If Mass is going, the whole team is going.
Yeah.
Get that first little drop hook or 3 in, we're rolling. Because Price is going to be Price. Sam is going to be Sam. So you don't have to talk about those guys. They've been consistent all year. Jamarcus and Mass, we know how to get. And if we can get what we got out of Burke, that Vandy game, look out. Look out. And when you got, Kel, and I know you talked about it earlier, Kel's going to bounce back.
Yeah.
And Kel is more upset with himself than anything. And it wasn't even a moment, I think. I just think when Kel came in, it's just that atmosphere because we've never been there.
Well, Vandy, I thought was the most athletic team we played all year long.
Oh, yeah. And strong, man. Those guys, you see that one guy, he should be on the line. He should have been a defensive. He should be a defensive end. The thick guy that was holding up.
You're talking about the one that knocked Kale down like he was shooting free throws in the movie Hoosiers?
Was it 98 or 99 for Vandy? That guy?
Yeah, that dude was like, remember a little dude shooting those free throws against Hoosiers, and that guy went bump. That was what he did to Kale.
Yes. Hey, but this team is resilient. No matter what the score is, if we're ahead or behind, they're playing the same and they're executing. And they never put their heads down. These guys, I've seen other teams when Nebraska makes that run late in the second half, I see their head goes down. Our heads, regardless we're down or up, we're playing the same. We're still focused and they're playing hard. And Sam sets the tone when it comes to that. Because we know he's going to get a big steal, a big rebound, get that layup, hit the open shot, play physical. And golly, man, he has a nose for the ball. How many rebounds is this guy averaging since the Big Ten? Well, since the end of the season and the NCAA. It seems like every time I turn around, he's getting a rebound.
It's pretty impressive.
Guys, before we get you out of here, because we are kind of up against it, I do want to get.
Wait a minute. What do they mean? Cole's girlfriend better.
Kale's girlfriend better not show up to Houston.
I did walk by her after the game. I did walk by.
Everybody like poor her.
He's a volleyball player.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They flew her in. Poor her, because she was taking a lot of heat. Probably like, well, look, Kale was playing well. Then the girl showed up.
Can't be mad with the win. If you can,
it's a W.
But I tell you what, fellas, I'll be the first one to tell you that doesn't make a difference. My wife and son was at every game, so it doesn't. It doesn't. It's Jeff just gave me a look. You turd. Elijah, I'm sorry, man. I know you had a question. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I just want, gentlemen, before we get you out of here, because we're up against it here.
Yep.
Do you want to get your thoughts? A score prediction and an MVP for the Huskers tonight.
Here we go. I love this. Let's go.
Score prediction. I know I said last time I said 85-69, but guys, I talked to Bo Reed. I'm not going to steal his thoughts, but my thoughts are similar. I think he said 72-65, and I'm going to go 80-73. 80-73.
Who's the MVP?
The MVP is going to be Sam Hoiberg.
Love that.
I think he's going to will us to a win. Because I think the obvious, you could say Price is going to be on the heater, but I think Sam is just going to turn it up a notch, man. I'm going with Sam Hoiberg.
Rick, who you got?
Oh, I got to give one too.
Oh yeah.
75-65.
Woo. Let's go blow them out. MVP.
I think we're going to score it tonight. And man, I would have picked Sam as well. Am I allowed to do the same one?
Yeah, you're allowed to do the same one.
Yeah, I think Sam's been the MVP in so many ways all year, and that's not taking away anything from anybody else. But that dude has the mentality, the toughness. Yeah.
Yeah, because he brings so much to the game, and if he started hitting it on all cylinders, I honestly believe, man, he's gonna. It's not going to show up in the points. It's not going to show up in the rebounds, steals, or anything. Just his overall effort, diving for the ball is. I just think the way he impacts the game, because everybody wants to see this, the 30-point score. Oh, that's the MVP, but not looking at all the things that Sam does during the game and what he brings to the table, fellas. Absolutely. And he does it each and every game. In my opinion, even though he wasn't first team, but he was second. Did he go second team? He's all defensive team.
All defense.
And wasn't he second team?
I think it's honorable mention.
Honorable mention. Probably should have been second team in my opinion. I just think Sam is a special player, man, and it's going to be him. He's going to be my MVP because I know he's going to be productive. He's going to do his thing, even if Price do drop 30 or Jamarcus could be close if he steps it up too. So anybody in this team, but I'm going with Sam, man, because he's our guy, man. And Bill, I've been talking about Sam since he was a freshman. I always brought him up, and I said I'm not saying it because I got a good relationship with Fred. I just watched him play, man, and what he brings to the table. He's been doing that for the last 4 years, even though been there 5 years. But playing wise, he's been doing this, and he's earned it.
Well, appreciate you guys, man. I cannot wait. I'm going to be at the hotel probably around 4:10. Can't wait to see both of you guys down there.
I'll be locked in a dark room by myself without any distractions.
Bill, so I can let you know where we're at. We're going to be at one of the two parties.
Okay, hit me up. Like I said, we land about 3:30.
I know you got the whole family. Bring them all.
The boys are ready to see you, man. They've already talked about it. They're like,
right,
I'm like, yep.
And Elijah, can you please send both Jeff and I that link?
Gotcha.
Hey, you guys are the best. Rick, can't wait to see you, brother. Henry T, love you, brother. Can't wait to see you guys. Go Big Red.
Go Big Red. Let's go do this, baby. Look forward to seeing you, Bill.
All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. There it is.
Care.
Jeff Reckaway hanging out with us, as well as Husker legend Henry T. Buchanan, live boots on the ground in Houston. Take our final break, and guess what we're going to do? Come back with our score predictions and MVPs. Pleasant surprise there with Jeff Reckaway hanging out in the house. I hung out with both those guys in Memphis.
Let's get this link to T before you.
Bro, I think what T from he like manages or something about one of the largest tennis facilities in the country.
Oh, really?
I think they're in Michigan. Yeah, he has a big time tennis deal. Yeah, named He's a Greater Midland Tennis Center executive.
Huh.
This is a few years ago. Ultimately, just good dudes. Just good. It's that the way that's working is that they ultimately are genuinely excited for this team. There's no animosity of any of these guys. You know, any of the guys I've met from the past, it'd be the 80s, that 91 team I was got to meet big time Carl Hayes last week. They were so excited.
I mean, how couldn't you be?
I mean, but you know, there could be some like, man,
like that. I wish we were there mentality.
If this or that, or if this would have happened, we would have won it. You know, but there's so much genuine support. And I think it just runs deeper than the players. Like,
well, I think
KP, Pat North, like you name all the guys you can go through.
I think it's all the former players just know the uphill battle that all these players have faced in this run. Like how it's, I hate to say it, but it's Nebraska, you know, it's a football school. There's support for the basketball team, but it's not the support you get for the football team. For them to be a potential Elite Eight team, if things go right for them tonight, is just, it's still pinch yourself type stuff.
Yep. It's crazy. In other news, apparently football talk today.
A couple offensive linemen plus Matt Rule.
Yeah, there you go. That happened?
All right, coming back.
Welcome back in the morning hookup. A few moments left on a Sweet 16 Thursday. Thanks for hanging out with us. Special thanks to the Husker legend Henry T. Buchanan and Jeff Rockaway. A couple former great Huskers hanging out down there in Houston. Well, live you would go 6:30 tonight, man. CBS. Woo! Kevin Harlan on the call. Here's where I'm at.
Kevin Harlan makes things feel like a big game.
Yeah,
I know it's not on CBS, but Kevin Harlan,
it
feels
big. Right. It's big. Here's where I'm at. I've got here's what I wrote down. I wrote down this earlier. I said first one to 70. I thought that's what the race was going to tonight. And I've got 70-60. I think Nebraska's defense will be big tonight in this game. It's going to be a complete game for Nebraska. The feeling I'm getting after seeing OKC was they played two good halves each game. That was the one thing we've been looking for this team for how long? They put it together. Swag back from Frager. Burke playing big. I'm not going to go with Sam. Sam is a good choice because everybody else took Sam. I'm looking deeper, and I'm not going Burke. I think it's Rank Mast. I think Mast is the MVP of this game tonight. He's going to provide. I think he knocks down a couple big shots that they're going to have to defend all of a sudden, and then Price might get loose a little bit. There's got to be that second or third scorer. Rank needs to be that guy tonight, and I'm going with the Rank Mast as the MVP. in a double type situation for him.
What was your score again?
70-60.
Okay. So that would be just under. The total is set at 131 in Vegas. I think that's a little low. 131.5.
Okay.
I got slightly higher scoring game. I am also in the same boat of, I think it's a 1st to 70 type game. And I think Nebraska wins the game 74-69.
Okay.
I think it's a tightly contested game down the stretch. I think Nebraska leads through most of it, but they don't get out without getting a little bit nervous tonight. For my MVP, I will go with, let's go with J-Law. Jamarcus Lawrence. You saw the confidence he played with on the first weekend, and I don't think he's the MVP by leading scorer or whatnot, but I think he hits big stretches big shots when Nebraska needs it down the stretch. So, like, does he lead the team in any statistical category? Maybe 3-point shooting percentage. But I think it's one of those games where he knocks down a couple big ones in the second half, and you sit there and you go, man, Nebraska couldn't have won this game without J-Law.
That's a great point, and I like that pick. Is watch Jamarcus. I think if you're going with Jamarcus, watch him. Can he get into that little elbow to that 15-foot mid-range jumper and knock it down? Could be a big night. It will be a big night for Nebraska. No doubt about it.
Hey, win, lose, or draw. You can't draw tonight, but win, lose, or draw tonight. What a season it's been for Nebraska. Let's hope we get to talk about him more tomorrow. Let's hope we get an Elite Eight on Saturday.
I'll be in Houston. I'll be back on with you guys tomorrow, man. You guys have a great Sweet 16 Thursday. Be safe. Stay blessed. Boy, cheer loud tonight, man. Whole lot of Huskers. We'll catch you on a Friday.